Let's talk about the film American Sniper. A lot of our audience has been asking me, David, are you going to see American Sniper, the story about former sniper Chris Kyle? And actor Seth Rogen has recently made some pretty bold comments where he compared American Sniper to the Nazi propaganda film that plays during the film Inglourious Bastards. And a lot of people have accused Rogen of acting in a propaganda film himself, right? The Interview last month. The difference being that The Interview did not portray the U.S. government in a positive or innocent light. It did not lead to countless people coming out of the film, as they did with American Sniper, wanting to, quote, kill ragheads, as many people tweeted. Very, very different situation, The Interview and American Sniper. Wouldn't you say, Lewis?
One is just an over-the-top, goofy comedy that no one would take seriously. So, I don't think it makes sense to even attempt to compare the two.
Bradley Cooper, who's in the film, said that he doesn't believe it is a political film, that it has a political slant of any kind. But there is no question at all that the film has influenced a lot of people into coming out and tweeting things like, for example, quote, "I teared up at the end of American Sniper. Great effing movie. And now I really want to kill some effing ragheads." Nothing political, Lewis. I mean, that's just the unbiased response anyone would have to a factual retelling of the U.S. incursion into Iraq, of course. Here's another tweet. Quote, "American Sniper makes me want to go shoot some effing Arabs." Quote, "Nice to see a movie where the Arabs are portrayed for who they really are. Vermin scum intent on destroying us." And, quote, "American Sniper made me appreciate soldiers 100 times more and hate Muslims 1,000,000 times more." It's incredible to me, Lewis, that the U.S. invades Iraq, which had nothing to do with 9/11 or WMD, two of the implicit and explicit links that we were told about, which makes this a U.S. invasion, arguably a hostile, illegal invasion, according to international law, an act of aggression. The U.S. then is involved as a result of that invasion. The death of hundreds of thousands of Iraqis is at the hands of the U.S. military. And then we have a sniper who kills 255 people. And the film is portrayed as that is a American hero. And people in their own country are portrayed as these savage ragheads that we hear tweets about. And everybody's just thrilled about how this is not a political movie, Lewis. It's just a story about the facts.
Now, there is an argument to be made here for Clint Eastwood, and that is if he was simply trying to accurately portray Chris Kyle's point of view.
From his book. From his book.
From his book, and as a person, from his point of view, his mindset, his mentality around all of this, then I think it would be quite similar to the movie.
Well, let's explore that for a second, Lewis, because if we're talking about just the book, we have to remember that there's a very specific question about whether Chris Kyle was actually portrayed accurately. Chris Kyle lost a lawsuit when he falsely claimed to have beaten up Jesse Ventura in a bar fight. He also claimed that he killed 2 carjackers in Texas, which was not true. His book sold so well that it was made into a movie, which is making millions for Clint Eastwood, catalyzing ad hominems about ragheads and savage Muslims on Twitter. Americans are getting all hyped up about wanting to go out and kill the evil Muslims. And we're talking about a story that has significant lies in it, which have been proven in a court of law to be lies.
Well, that's fine, but still, if you're just going off the book, I think this is what you end up with. And I'm not saying that it's not a harmful movie or that it's not going to stir up hatred, create hatred, breed hate. But I mean, if you're trying to accurately portray him or his book, this is what you end up with.
Are you going to see the movie, Lewis?
I do want to see the movie, not because I'm all about, supporting it financially, but I'm very curious. And so I think at some point in the not too distant future, I will see it.